I would like to appreciate this opportunity that has been given to me and other fellows to be part of this program, to be mentored in bringing the change that is required.
From the previous session, that is the first segment of the Public Service Emerging Leaders Fellowship Program, I had a lot of takeaways from that session. But what I got from Francis Mudhaura's presentation is that public service can be a career and a profession, whereby he worked for over 40 years in public service. So that one was really motivating for me because I'm coming from the NGO world, and I had just transited to public service. At my station in Mombasa, the small things, that is attending early, doing the small chores at office, assisting the in-charge, attending to the offenders with diligence, with passion, and keeping their needs at heart. That is what I got from Francis Mudhaura's takeaway.
The lesson that I picked from all the speakers, including Her Excellency, former President Salif Johnson, one thing that stood out is that for you to become that change you want, you have to be determined. There's that intrinsic motivation that you have, but when you go there are so many external factors that will dim your motivation. So when I got back to my place of work, I am a probation officer. I deal with people directly, and especially the offenders. These offenders, we are tasked with reintegrating them into the society. That means you have to talk to them, you have to understand them, you have to counsel them. So from viewing my client from my human perspective, I've been able to create a relationship with the clients that I supervise, and you find that these clients open up to you more, and you tend to it is easier to reason with them, to find a way to find ways in which they can change.
For me, the one that I realized was from Karen Wakoli, Miss Karen Wakoli, whereby she said, never underestimate your presence in a room. You don't know who is watching. If it is difficult for me to handle, I usually seek for a senior person in the department within my station, either the in charge or my senior officer. I consult and get feedback before I give someone accurate information.
What stood out most for me was the session with Madam Washuka. She stated that it doesn't matter which ministry or state or where you are, what matters are the strategies and policies that you push to ensure that you implement them. In my state department, I've been able to relate with other colleagues from other sections, and I've managed to learn or grasp some source of knowledge from their parts on whatever that they are doing, and I've been able to apply it on my own department. For instance, in IT department, I've been able to come and incorporate ICT functions with the POA sections or the HR section functions. And apart from that, I've been able to strategize a plan that we are going to connect regional offices with the HQ so that we can have communication, effective communication, and to avoid this way of having a person traveling all the way from a regional place to Nairobi just to get assistance, yet it should have been assisted in a more quick manner when communication in form of ICT was put in place. Currently, work is more faster to handle, especially when it comes to processing of information. For our employees, it is more faster and quicker and appropriate that even the employee himself or herself can handle it in his or her own way.
From the many speakers who came to speak to us, one thing that was constant among them was that for you to succeed as a public servant, for you to effect change, networking is very key. So in my workplace, I have developed that character of being proactive, and it has really inspired the staff that we work with, and sometimes they can identify some improvement or changes as compared to previously, maybe when I had not joined the fellowship program.